It's Tuesday, August 18th, 2009. I'm getting pretty sick of this national healthcare stuff. Our country, our once great country, has gotten along just fine for 200 years with no national healthcare. I understand it's over in Europe and things like that, but America is different. We're a country built on freedom. And unfortunately, there's millions of people in this country that don't understand the Constitution. They don't understand free markets. They don't understand freedom. They don't understand free agency. Free agency does not force some people to pay for the mistakes of another one. It does not force them to do that. If you want to do it, fine. Go join your own HMO, your own health organization, get your health insurance, do whatever you want to do. But to have the government force a healthcare system down the throat of Americans is wrong, and it's unconstitutional. And it doesn't matter if the Supreme Court, the whole Supreme Court, declares it constitutional. It is still unconstitutional. And many Americans know that. So the dividing process is continuing on extremely fast. Unfortunately, I predict that healthcare reform will take place in this country, which will make it tremendously inefficient, costly. People will die. You'll have government bureaucrats making decisions. I'm sure it's coming. And I think with the health crises, it'll be happening in the next 60, 90 days. Obviously, they're getting the vaccines ready and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, we're going to have national health care whether we want it or not. And the informed people, the people that love the Constitution, don't want it. So the Constitution's already hanging by a thread, but the last thread is just about completely severed. This isn't a free country. I wished it was, but it's not. People are showing up to town halls and all this, and you should watch some of the controlled media and how they treat the people that want to stand up for their rights. I'm just sick of it. Washington's out of touch. Our elected politicians don't defend and support the Constitution. Another sick economic fact is housing markets are turning down. People are losing their houses. But there's one housing market that's doing really well right now. You know which market that is? Doing really well. Washington, D.C. area. Why? Because they are extracting money from people all over the United States and creating more government bureaucratic jobs. And where are those? In Washington, D.C. Amazing. Well, we're watching the final destruction of the United States of America, and it'll be fully destroyed within 36 months. In fact, massive destruction will take place this fall as the financial markets are being artificially propped up, and this healthcare thing is an absolute massive fiasco. And unfortunately, we have the majority of Americans are uninformed, and the politicians in Washington, almost all of them aren't defending the Constitution. It's very grim, very, very grim. So I'm going to go lift weights, and I'm actually going to do yoga afterwards. Why am I going to do yoga? It's good. It shows me some of my weaknesses, and it's time for us to all work on our weaknesses right now, because we have to be at the pinnacle of our strength going into this fall. We're going to see matters of life and death in the next 12 months.